Ahoy there! Welcome to another One Piece manga chapter review. Today we have chapter 1142, titled The Things I Find Scary. So that's going to be interesting. We have the title here. Last week we left off with Loki being freed, so will this be a continuation of that situation, or will we be switching over to something else? We've got our cover story here. It shows Yamato using Thunder Bagua and defeating Who's Who in a single blow. Interesting, we've got Yamato using Thunder Bagua just like her dad Kaido. So, obviously, still using that technique. I suppose no reason to really give it up, even if you're trying to be an incarnation of Odin. But Only Child Yamato, the Holy Knight Trying Pilgrimage, Volume 28, Give Back the Sword and the Girls. Thunder Bagua. Yep, so there's Thunder Bagua. Who's been defeated completely. So it was Who's Who that stole the swords. That makes sense, even though Who's not especially a swordsman, but the swords have value. And they are strong weapons, and he could probably use them even if he's not a specialist swordsman. Notes from Oda. 3 of the 84 regulars are out sick. It's the first time we've had this kind of crisis. What a week. 84 regular what? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we are going back to the Owl Library. Miss, help us. The children are in an uproar. Help us, miss. There's a huge snake in the schoolyard. It's Jormungandr, the world serpent. That'll the world serpent that'll end the week. This is a pun on Shumatsu, the end, which is a homophone of the weekend in Japanese. Okay, so there's a giant snake. Interesting. End the week, like Saturday? Yeah, it's gonna eat us! Roar! We've got the giant snake biting into things and chasing after the kids. Everyone, get into school! Children are running away, teachers are trying to protect them. Walrus School staff room. Teachers, it's an emergency. There really is a big snake out there. It's a beast from the realm of the dead? What's it doing in the sun realm? Hope we can get everyone out. Mathematics teacher, Mr. Braid. Let's call the chiefs. War school principal, Mr. Kiba. But in the meantime, the kids are language arts teacher and librarian, Miss Angie. Miss, it's gonna eat Eggerkun. And the snake is about to barreling down, about to bite on a kid that's tripped and fallen. Out of the way! We've got the principal, Mr. Kiba, leaping in with a hammer. Interestingly, the back end of the hammer looks like War's claws, or War's tusk. Swings the hammer, bashes the snake out of the way of the child. Saul leaps, or runs up a branch of the tree above the snake, leaps off the branch. Sorry I'm late, leave it to me, Mr. Kiba. And rears back a punch. He's got armament hockey. Final Ixori Station. Ixor C Station. Translator's note, kanji's demonic purification, but it's a play on final exam. Exori Station. Exori Station. Okay, so there's a lot of puns in this chapter. It's a play on final examination. Exori Station is demonic purification. But anyway, armament hockey confirmed for Saw. Quite strong. Kya! Wah! Ah, what the? It's the principal. Oh, my back. Thanks for the hand, Saw. Don't mention it. But what's the deal with the snake? Mr. Saw! Former giant warrior pirate, Principal Kiba. So we got a confirmation that Kiba is strong because he is a former giant warrior pirate. Makes sense. It seems most of the teachers at the war school, if not all of them, are former giant warrior pirates. So they're all from that era of Elbaf where they were strong. I didn't know the principal was a warrior. Mr. Saul is as strong as they say. He used to be a Marine, right? Cool. Robert and Chopper are there. So there are monsters in the realm of the sun too, Saul? You get the occasional wild animal, but this, it's huge. Sorry everyone, didn't mean to scare you. Now the kids are all thanking Saul. Thanks so much, wow. Mr. Wolf. Now what? School interior. Huh? Mr. Wolf, what happened? Gah. PE teacher, Mr. Wolf, and he's on the ground bleeding out. He's been beaten and attacked by something. I'm fine, but the children, what happened? Yuvla and the others just walked off and they didn't say a word. Where did they go? You're friends with that Luffy guy, right? Yeah. Did he do something to you? Be careful, Mr. Saw. The children. Don't touch them. Huh? And Saw looks back. Where did Yuvla and the children's? Where did Yuvla and the others go? That way, towards the beach. Sir, what's wrong with them? They look like they were sleepwalking. Sleepwalking? Yeah. They're not waking up. Now we see the children are, in fact, sleepwalking away. So, come back. Where are you all going? Sound the horn. The entire country needs to be alerted. So what? A lot has happened over the last few pages. So let's see. Mr. Wolf, PE teacher beaten up. Was it the snake that did that, or was it something else? It seems like it wasn't the snake. He tells Saul that Yubla and the others just walked off and didn't say a word, so that means, is that one of the teachers, Yubla, or is that one of the children? Either way, there's a hypnosis slash sleepwalking going on. They're sleeping and walking away. One of the kids, I think this is one of the kids that got into a fight with Luffy earlier, is addressing Robin. You're friends with that guy Luffy, right? Yeah. Did he do something to you? Then Saw runs off to look for the kids that are sleepwalking. Mr. Wolf says, don't touch the children, as if there's something wrong with the children. Is it because they're sleepwalking? Is it the whole thing, don't wake a sleepwalker, so that's why? So the children are sleepwalking, being led away. Could this be the work of the God's Knights? Their method of kidnapping the children is using this sleepwalking thing? Isn't that overkill, Kiba? Something's off. Saul, look at the forest. So they sound the horn and... Huh? What the? More monsters. Where did they come from? No one could call it overkill after seeing this. Principal, the kids are passing out. What's happening? Everyone wake up. I don't understand. Hey. And more people are falling asleep right in front of Saul and the rest. Robin and Chopper looking on. What's going on? Put me down, Saul. Let me examine them. Okay, help them with whatever it is. So now Chopper's going to examine the kids. Gotta stop the other kids and get them to safety. Okay, now we're going back to Realm of the Dead. Realm of the Dead. Did you think just keeping one sea stone shackle on would be enough to sap my strength? How naive. If you care about keeping Elbaf safe, remove the last shackle. Rest assured, even in my current state, I'm far from helpless. Then Harujan says, Loki! You! What's his deal? I'd hurry if I were you. If I strike, the flames will rage. You know about Elbaf's greatest weakness, right? I will wipe all of you out. Stop it, Loki. So it's not a sword Loki has. He has a hammer. And the hammer looks like looks like Mjolnir a little bit. It's more blocky. It's like a huge block, a black block. So that brings up a ton of questions. Did they refer to it as a sword last chapter or just a weapon? I could have sworn they referred to it as a sword last chapter. And if it's a sword, is it a sword that changes shape? First question. Or was it always a hammer? Second question, the hammer is black, so is this thing a weapon that has been transformed through the use of advanced armament hockey? So it's a black blade, essentially, like Mihawk's Yoru, or Enma, or Shushui wasn't a black blade. I don't believe it was. No, it wasn't. So is that a black blade? And the third thing is, if that hammer is meant to represent a version of Mjolnir, that means it's lightning. As I did mention in the last chapter, that lightning and fire are the two biggest weaknesses to Elbaf, because the atom tree burns really easily, so lightning and fire. So if Loki's powers are lightning based, or at least the hammer's powers are lightning based, that's going to be super dangerous to Elbaf. So go to the next page. Loki is swinging his hammer and it's got lightning coming off of it. This looks like armament hockey lightning. Not typical lightning, but it could be both. Harujan screams, Loki, stop it! Loki swings the hammer, slamming it into the atom tree, into the trunk of the atom tree. Everyone is shocked. Crackle, crackle, rumble, whoosh, and huge flames break out. Was that lightning? Elder Jarl, fire's broken out in the south. I heard a horn blare too. So back at the village where everyone was partying, they notice that fire breaking out and they hear the horn from the Owl Library. So everything is just falling apart at this moment. This is bad. Put it out. Back to the Warrior School. Mr. Saw, principal. All these monsters. I recognize them. Are you serious, Angie? It was just earlier today. It's Loki. He can use his hammer to destroy the world. Nuh-uh. The one who's gonna do that is Nika. So Angie is flashing back, remembering, I guess, earlier in the day, the children are talking amongst themselves about the legends, I suppose. It's Loki. He can use his hammer to destroy the world. Nuh-uh. The one who's going to do that is Nika. And we've got a child drawing a picture of a version of Nika that is entirely black and carrying a shield and a spear or a sword, which goes back to that image of Nika that was carrying a spear and a shield, indicating those legends about Nika, where some legends he's destroyer and destroys the world, and some legends he's a savior. No, it's Ghost, Draugr, a storm, Yogre, Yermonger, my mommy. Are you kids finished? So all the kids are going on about what will destroy the world. Miss, thinking about this stuff is gonna give me nightmares. Sorry, Yevla, but these drawing and writing exercises really let your personality shine. Each of you has a unique perspective, and your imaginations are amazing. All the beasts are the things the kids fear the most. That's crazy. This is their nightmare world. And then we get a nice big spread, and it is showing the things that the kids were all afraid of and they thought would destroy the world based on their drawings. And we do have that evil looking fake Nika there, along with what looks like a giant wolf, shadow wolf. We got the Yominder, the giant snake. Looks like a bear with a helmet. Evil looking bird. It looks like an evil looking giant. Something that looks like a ghost, giant skeleton, lightning cloud. And I guess there's the kid's mother in the back, in the corner there. And then we've got the teachers all looking on at these massive monsters. So nightmare worlds. So this is definitely someone's power. But what kind of power? A power to make nightmares come to life. Power to make nightmares come to life. Interesting. Okay. I see. I see. It's all related to the kids. The kids are falling asleep and their nightmares are coming to life. So, this has got to be a devil fruit power. A devil fruit power that puts people to sleep and brings their nightmares to life. Because the two things have to be connected. Because they're the children's nightmares. What kind of devil fruit could that be? and who is using that devil fruit. Now we know that the God's Knights are coming for the kids, and we already know Gunko's devil fruit. So this devil fruit has to be one of the other God Knights in action. So we've got a Keelan. Our Keelan especially particularly associated with dreams? I'm not sure. But it could be either one of them. This is strong, a strong devil fruit power, but I don't think it's Shamrock. I feel like Shamrock's power would be something a little more... I would say a little more subtle, at least at first. If he has the devil fruit power at all. So this is a devil fruit. And we get to the final panels. Off in the distance. Alright, that should do it. Yep, good work, Quilliam. I'll let it up once those runts reach the ship. Do you think they'll be able to get them back? Yeah, ha 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 ha. To love is to inevitably hurt one another. Ain't that right, Gunko? What scares you the most? Nika. Elbaf in turmoil. End of chapter, and there's a break next week. So we get a sort of confirmation. It's Quilliam using his devil fruit powers to make the children fall asleep and bring their nightmares to life, and have them sleepwalk all the way to the ship so they can take them away. Interestingly, Gunko says that Nika scares her the most, which, not sure what... I mean, Nika should be something that scares all of the elders. Well, not elders, but all the celestial dragons, including the elders, but among the God's Knights, I suppose it's because the God's Knights have to be on alert after the whole Egghead incident that Nika is active, and it could be that fear, a more practical fear than an irrational fear coming from Gunko. But this is the God's Knights on the move. And they're making quite a show of things here. So the question is, how strong are these nightmares, these nightmare monsters? And are they entirely indestructible as long as the children are asleep? They'll probably fade away once the children are taken away from Elbaf. And then we have Loki trying to be free. He smashes into the tree. So the tree's on fire now, the Atom Tree. What are the Straw Hats? What are Luffy and Zoro and their group going to do about Loki? Loki wants to be freed. So everything is kind of starting to pop off at this point in the story. And it even finally reached the partying people in the village. So they're probably going to take action too, which means we are getting to that point where the Straw Hats might have to start coalescing and moving back towards each other. Are the God's Knights going to be successful in kidnapping the giant children? The Elbaf children? I don't think they can be successful here, because if they are, Straw Hats will have to leave Elbaf and follow after the Celestial Dragons. So they're going to be repelled here, or forced to retreat somehow. For that to happen, will it be Loki and Loki teaming up with Elbaf and the Straw Hats? Ultimately, that's probably where this might be heading in the immediate future. Not entirely sure at this point, but that's as good a thought as any. So a pretty big chapter. We get lots of art. Lots of art flexing here. With the creativity of the monsters, the monster designs, and these combat scenes. Showing off Saul, confirmation of Saul having armament hockey, which really is basic. It should be expected, but it's pretty strong. Considering Straw Hats. We didn't get to see any of the Straw Hats at the party. What we basically got was just a zoomed out shot of the buildings and people yelling inside. So we might get their reactions in the next chapter in 2 weeks. But that's going to be it for this review. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.